Okay, back for page 3 of this review, solve by factoring. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like this on the test. We may just have solve for any method, because now you've seen all the methods, so rather than split them out. But this one does sort of spell that out. So solve by factoring. So you just need to be comfortable whichever method, figuring out the one that works. So if this can be factored, you've seen me do this every time in class. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me a negative 44 and add to give me a negative 7. So if it looks like 4 and 11 are factors of 44, you multiply, they get 44. If the 11 were negative, I multiply those to get negative 44, I add to get a negative 7. So because the x squared term is just x squared with a 1 in front, I go straight to my factorization. X plus 4, x minus 11 equals 0. We were asked to solve. Solve means come up with a solution. So negative 4 and 11. Those are the two solutions to that particular problem. Next one, a little bit different when you solve an equation that the number in front of the x squared is not 1. So now I'm looking for two numbers. Those numbers will multiply to give me a negative 20. Those numbers will add to give me a negative 8. So those numbers are going to be, I think, 2 and 10, and with the 10 being negative. Multiply that, and I always double check. When I multiply those numbers, do I get negative 20? Yes. When I add those numbers, do I get negative 8? Yes. So negative 20 and negative 8. So now I'm going to use those numbers to rewrite this equation. 4x squared, I'm going to write plus 2x minus 10x minus 5 equals 0. The only method we ever learned for how to deal with 4 is factor by grouping. Those first two terms, it looks like I can factor out a 2x, and then I'm left with 2x plus 1. Bring down the minus sign. You just copy whatever the next sign is. What can be factored here? It looks like a 5. So technically I'm factoring a negative 5. What do I multiply negative 5 by to get negative 10x? That's 2x. What do I multiply negative 5 by to get negative 5? That's going to be a plus 1. If you've done this right, you should see matching things within the parentheses. I do. So now I've got 2x minus 5 and 2x plus 1 equals 0. I'm almost there. Set each factor equal to 0, and you have your solution. If 2x minus 5 equals 0, then 2x equals 5, or x equals 5 halves. That's our first solution. Next solution, 2x plus 1 equals 0, 2x equal negative 1, x equal negative 1 half. So 5 halves and negative 1 half are my two solutions. Next, I see solve by square roots. So solve by square roots, then I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So x plus 1 squared equal 14. So I will take the square root of both sides of this equation. So when I do that, on the left, I'm going to get x plus 1 equal plus or minus the square root of 14. Can I simplify that? X plus 1 equal plus or minus. There's nothing else I can do there. That's 2 times 7, so that's it. Let me back up then. So now I'm just going to solve for x. So I'm going to have x equal negative 1 plus or minus square root of 14. And that's as far as I can go. If that had been square root of 8, then you can write that as 2 times 4, and you can take the 4 outside of the square root. But that's as far as I go with that one. And the way you can tell is 14, when you divide 14 by 2, you get 7. Both of those are prime numbers. I can't take the square root of either of those. They're both irrational. Look at the next one. I want on one side of the equation something squared. So if I write this x squared equal 128 divided by 2, on the left side I have an expression squared. So I've got x squared equals 64. If I take the square root of both sides, I get x equal plus or minus 8. So that means x equal 8 or negative 8. Those are the two solutions to that one. That looks pretty easy. I'm not sure you've had one that easy on a test. So I'm not committing to that one. Solve by any method. So you're more likely to see a lot more solve by any method than me spelling out the method, because at this point you should know the difference. So let's look at this. X squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Are there numbers that multiply to negative 3 and add to positive 2? So multiply to negative 3, add to positive 2. It looks like if I had a 3 and a negative 1, those multiply to negative 3 and they add to positive 2. So this is x plus 3, x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, x equal negative 3 or 1. Look at the next one. Are there numbers that multiply to 4 and add to 4? So numbers that multiply to 4 and add to 4, that should be 2 and 2. So I could write this as 4x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. If I factor out a 2x, I have 2x plus 1 plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. This means that 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1 equals 0. So if I set that equal to 0, I'm going to get x equal negative 1/2. So I only have one rational solution here, x equal negative 1/2.